Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the series. Today we will find out whether we can compete in Europe. Hello and welcome to episode 33 of Going Dutch, as we try and turn around a Dutch side that's been relegated from the Eredivisie, in this case Waalwijk, and we try to return them to the top flight and leave them as an established side, and this is our journey. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you two games. First up, the Europa Conference League phase third, or is it league path actually, third qualifying round. It's a bit of a mouthful anyway. Away to Sligo Rovers in Ireland, and then we play FC Twente in the Eredivisie match day 1. And well, it's all to do. Our first opportunity in Europe, as I say, we want to establish, get this side set as an established side, and obviously put them in a position where they can go away and do things. But as Football Manager 25 has been postponed, we might go a little bit longer into this save than we otherwise would have done. We'll see how this season goes anyway before we progress any further. Don't forget, if you do enjoy today's episode, in fact you're enjoying this series, then leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, leave me a comment down in the comments down below. That will keep you up to date with everything that's going on. And of course you can find out everything that's going on this channel simply by following me on X at JustOffsideFM. Well, before we commence with everything, don't forget, we did mention in the end of season review transfer special the change in the kits above. I think we changed them during the episode. I didn't mention there is a video if you want to know how to change your kits in your save and you're not sure how to do it. There is a video. I will leave obviously put a thing above, but also leave a link down below to go and find that video. And also, if you've only got 2 kits in yours and you want to add a 3rd kit, I'll also put the video in there and the link so that you can go and find the tutorial on that and do that. And don't forget, if you do go and you find it works for you, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Why wouldn't you? It all helps me here on YouTube, and it says a big thank you for the work that we've done. If there's other tutorials you want me to do, let me know down in the comment what you'd like me to do, and I will do some more tutorials as well. Right. Just check on transfer news. I don't think there is any transfer news. Nobody else in, nobody else out. That's all fine and dandy as it is. Just to recap on how we're going in this particular episode of Sligo Rovers and then FC Twente. And of course, then we'll have a back-to-back episode of Sligo Rovers and Nijmegen, hopefully progressing to the 4th qualifying round of that particular competition. I don't think anything has happened in the Eredivisie to date. Nothing. So first game is underway on Friday the 7th. We are on Thursday the 6th. So first game is Heerenveen and FCM, and that will be played theoretically tomorrow in game. So that's how it is. Right. Without any more to do, less of the discussion, let's get into it. Let's get the games rolling, and we're trying this season keep the games coming in fairly quick and fast. It's a Europa Conference League path, a 3rd qualifying round, first leg, away to Sligo Rovers. They are without Simon Powers, doubtful with the gas lower leg. We have 7 players that are unregistered for this. You do have to do registration, and there are a couple of players, or a few players, that have dropped out of it actually. In fact, let's go back and just recap on that, if we will. Here we go. The squad confirmed, and we've unregistered Rosier, Reen, Lobinger, Beaton, Temeshnikov, Old Chica, Rashnal Margray, and Uran Gari. They've all not been registered this time round because, again, like all things, you have to register, and it has to be certain players. And in the Europa League, it's like there's 2 goalkeepers, 4 that are trained with Waalwijk, and that caused us a little bit of a problem. 8 players at least are trained in Netherlands, which wasn't a problem because we've got a lot of Dutch players. But the players that caused us the problems were the players here that are homegrown at club. So we've had to include the likes of Simmons, Tishibuba, Bubu, and Zenguin amongst those. Chris Lakessa was homegrown at club as well. So he's okay. He's sort of come through the ranks, as it were. Has he been with us all that time? I thought we brought him in from somewhere. No, he has been. He came in from Futures. So he has been with us some time. So there you go. They are the players that have come through. We don't have anybody else that's trained at club. So not that we can include, not at a high profile anyway. So that is how we are set up. Right, let's get into it. As I've said, first up, no previous meetings against Sligo, so it's a bit of an unknown quantity. Let's go and see if we can win our first ever game in Europe. And here is the side that will face Sligo Rovers in this Europa Conference League match. Setford is in goal. Van der Boeg, Martins Indy and Rekic are defensive line. Martins Indy is now the team captain. Van der Boeg being relieved of his duties. Not for any particular reason, but Martins Indy is a better leader technically. Drambev and whoever are complete wing backs. Whoever making his debut in season debut. He's obviously played for us, but he's making his proper debut today. His competitive debut, should I say, on the right. So we'll need to give him a number in a minute. I've just realised I thought we'd given these guys numbers. Oaksonen is in between Drambev and whoever. Lutunda and Stevenich is making his debut out on the right. Busmadu Udi, Ilias. We're going to have to try and remember to call him Ilias. Ilias is the attacking midfielder, and Romani gets a star up front as the attacker, while we look to try and afford a replacement up front for Castellaris. I was trying to think of his name then. On the bench, Vassen, Leveld, Varro, Shrivers, Congaloo, Oakley, Peter, Lemure, Lakessa, Ture, Hansen, and Doran. And here we are at Sligo Rovers. We have the UEFA screens up. They are playing a flat back 3 with 2 wing backs. Very similar formation to us. We're playing our by now changed formation. Whether we can did well in pre-season, whether we can get the benefits in the full season, we will see. Sligo playing in all red today. First highlight comes in the second minute. It's a goal kick. It's punted around there, and we've headed it on, but not won the ball. Ilias. And they come away with the ball. And they're attacking us at the moment. And it's through! And he's put it wide. Early warning signs that we've got to not take these guys too lightly. We need to give them the respect that they deserve. And it was just unfortunate that Piero put it wide. Long ball again. Martins Indy under that one. Goes out wide to Drambev. Drambev finds Latonda in front of him. Latonda comes back, pulls it back. Van der Beeg, nice ball. Out to Latonda. Latonda into the area. And it's Romane with his first goal of the season. And we take the lead on 6 minutes. And good work between Drambev and Latonda. Van der Beeg sweeps that ball in. Back out to Latonda. Latonda into the danger zone. And Romane gets his first goal of the season. They have a corner. 21 on the clock. It's swung in. It's sort of headed clear. Our usual thing of not clearing it. It's come back off the woodwork. Wiggett has the second opportunity, but it's blocked by Van der Bosch. It's out Latonda again. Latonda, he's been tripped and didn't win that ball cleanly. Whoever is out there. It's inside to Oaksonen. Whoever again. Oh, and it's shot over the top. I'm not sure if it was Romane. It was Romane. Lost the ball here, but it was fired out. Hutchinson couldn't get to it. Whoever turned his back, Oaksonen tripped, but whoever, and Romane just couldn't get anything on it to direct it into the net. Martins Indy with a free kick, 42 on the clock. Van der Bosch back to Setford. Martins Indy. Van der Bosch back to Setford. Martins Indy. Van der Bosch finds Oaksonen. Oaksonen to Drambav. Drambav to Latonda. Latonda now to Rekic. Rekic looks up. He has Stadovanovic. Illy. But he's been caught. And that ball forward. But Rekic is there to tidy. Oaksonen. And the highlight continues. Whoever crosses it in. Not sure he was looking for. Drambev has a shot. He's got it. Goodness me. What a goal from Drambev. He opens his scoring for the season. And on 44 minutes, it might be 43 minutes actually, this ball in. We'll see now. Whoever. It's headed away. Drambev is out wide. Sees the goalkeeper off his line slightly. And fires one from distance. It is 43, I think. As it goes, Clary can't get there. And it's right in the top corner. It is 43. And Drambev opens his account for the season. And they highlight from the restart. Pierrot, Mahan, one or two things going to here. They're going to get one back. Or we're could potentially get a third goal. Rekic finds Latonda, who had to run back fast for that. Martins Indy. Drambev. Van der Bosch. Goes all the way back to Setford. And we build again. Martins Indy. Rekic. Whoever. Oaksonen. Romane. Latonda. Puts it in the back of the net. And Thierry Latonda, he's had a great game so far. Makes it 3-0 before half-time. 45 on the clock. And, well, 2 goals in quick succession have undone Sligo. Bit feisty up until now. But it was a good ball. No more highlights in that first half. And what a first half it has been too. 8 shots, 4 on target. We've hit 50%, 1.76 on the XG. So we were well ahead of the XG. 68% of the possession. They've had 7 shots, 3 on target, 0.47 and 32% of the possession. They are not to be sneezed at, and they're not just a straightforward pushover, even though the score might tell you that it's potentially looking like that. But I assure you, they could come back in the second half, and we need to be wary. He's 6 on the clock. Stevanovic with the corner. And it's a long one. It's gone clear of everybody. Clark is out there. And he's cut that back inside. And Sligo coming forward here. Didn't do much of this in the first half. But they're certainly on it in the second. And Gergi gets one back. And I said they're not to be pushed over. We have to be very, very careful. And, well, give him plenty of room. And with 17 minutes on the clock, making 3 changes, Jacko Oaksonen, he's not having such a good day. He is tiring, and we've replaced him with Patrick Varro. Filip Stanovic has come off. He's not had such a good day. Peter is his replacement on the right. And our final change at this part, Ilyas Boumassoudi, he's come off, and Hansen is his replacement. Let's see if we can go and get another goal. 79 minutes on the clock. Hansen with a free kick. It's headed clear, but Van der Boij picks it up. Peter to Martins Indy. Cuts it back for Hansen. Hansen! Oh, dearie, just wide. Good try. And with 86 minutes on the clock, our final changes have been made. Jana Hoover, who's had a good game, he's been replaced by Julien Lavelde. And the other change that we've made is Thierry Latonda, who's also getting tired. He's got potentially a player of the match award coming. He's had an excellent game. I've replaced him with Tijani Toure. And you join us 4 minutes of added time. We are in the 4th minute of those added times. Setford has the ball. He's launched one. Not quite sure. We don't normally do that. And Power is on it. And it's through to Perrott. And Perrott puts it away. And it's 3-2. And they've cut the deficit by 2 goals. And that's not what we wanted. We're going to have to be very efficient at home. A 3-goal lead going back home would have been good. But that's not good away from home. We've conceded 2. Well, we have won, but not in the fashion that I had hoped. A 3-0 lead at half-time, and we were coasting. I did say they had the potential to come back, and that's hurt us. 3-1 would have been all right. A 3-2 is not so good, and I'm a little bit disappointed that we've capitulated later in the game. They've had 13 shots, 6 on target, 1.09 and 38% of the possession. That's our only saving grace. We had 16 shots, 6 on target. Lots of shots in the second half, but not so many on target. 2.41. I think it was 8 and 4 at half time. 2.41, 62% of the possession. As I said, Thierry Latonda picking up player of the match. 1 goal, 1 assist, a key pass, and a clear-cut chance created. Certainly deserved his player of the match, but also good to see Romney playing well, and also whoever. Well, it was good to get that win under our belt, but disappointing. We conceded 2 right towards the end of the game, and, well, we need to be better than that in the return match, of course. Still got it all to do. It's not a foregone conclusion if we want to progress to the 4th qualifying round and ultimately to the qualifying, to the competition proper, which is what the board have got us down as an expectation. Right, we have 3 days down to the game against FC Twente. We'll come back with any news just ahead of that. Well, you come back and join us just ahead of the game against FC Twente. Final game of the weekend. Everybody else has played. Heerenveen started the weekend off with a 2-1 win against Emmen. And then on the Saturday games, Utrecht beating Excelsior 3-0. Fortuna Sittard beating Vitesse 3-1. Volendam losing 4-0 to PEC Zwolle. And Sparta Rotterdam beating FC Groningen, the other team that have been promoted, beating them by 3-1. And then in the Sunday games, matches played so far, Feyenoord beating AZ 2-1. Ajax beating Nijmegen by 4-1. And Roda Kerkrade on their return to the Eredivisie beating PSV by 3-2, which leaves just our game to play. And as it stands at the moment, Zwolle lead the pack. 1 game played only, so long way to go. They are top on goal difference, of course, from Ajax, Utrecht and Sittard. Where will we get in? Can we win? Can we get in amongst that mix? Let's go and find out. And here is the side that faces FC Twente in this first Eredivisie match of the season. It's Setford in goal, Van der Boij, Martins Indy and Lemuri are defensive line. Drambev and whoever are the wide players. with Okerson sat between them. Stanovic moves to the left to start this match. Peter out on the right. Masoudi is in behind Romney, who had a good game up front in the last match, so he starts again up front this time. The bench looks like this: Vasson, Lavelde, Varro, Shrivers, Congolo, O'Killy, Hansen, Rosier, Toure, Latonda, Tomezhnikov makes a rare appearance on the bench, and Van Duren. Here we are at the Manda Makers, by now a familiar new formation. And FC Twente playing a 4-2-3-1 with Winterman leading the attack today. And the league table, which means absolutely diddly squat at this stage of the season. And FC Twente playing in all red today. And not thinking we were going to get any highlights. 32 minutes in, we have got one. Got an injury to Stanovic and also to Drambev. We're going to try and get through to half-time if we can. Whoever picks this ball up, comes on a run. Cuts it inside to Peter. Peter into the area. But it's a tame ball into the arms of the goalkeeper. Stanovic, 41 on the clock, nearly 42. It's inside and player comes down. Referee's going to have a look at it. He's gone to VAR, indicated, I want to have a look at this on screen. And a penalty review. Seen a highlight quite like this. He's on the pitch. What's it going to be? It's a penalty. And Van der Graaf says it's a penalty. Who's going to step up and take this? Let's have a look. Van der Beij is going to take the penalty. Sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, and we take a goal lead on 43. Dario Van der Beij, his first goal of the season. Good goal. 49 minutes on clock, 3 minutes of added time, more than that. Peter with this deep one to the back post. It's all saved. And Lemoure's trying to recycle. It's not. It's gone upfield and it's half time. This one looking for, and it was headed. I'm not sure who headed it. Hoover or whoever headed it. And it come back off the woodwork, I think. Let's just have a go back. Yeah, come back off the post, as it were. And cleared upfield. So half-time has arrived. And, well, we've been quite dominant in that first half. 6 shots, 3 on target, 1.44. 58% of the possession. They've had 1 shot, nothing on target. 0.08. On the XG, 42% of possession. We have a lead at half-time, but it's not been over-convincing. Let's hope for better in the second half. Well, unfortunately, 2 changes we've been forced to make at half-time. Drambev is off, and he's replaced by Patrick Varro. And we've also replaced Filip Stanovic with Tijani Toure. 48 on the clock, made 2 changes at half time. And the first highlight of the second half is to FC Twente. Winterman, who's deep. Delacroix. Weirdo. Oh, I think it's Weirdo. But Weirdo through to Prelikov. Oh, he's put it wide. A let off there. Weirdo. Quintilla. Through to Werder Leiden. Werder Leiden puts it into the path of Petkov, who puts it wide. We have a corner, 50 minutes on the clock. Peter, this one deep, back post. It's cleared. Usamudi into Varro, who's come on, of course, at half-time. Martin Zindi out wide to Toure. Toure pulls it back to whoever. Inside, he's come back off the woodwork. Peter hits the woodwork, and they've got away with it. Oh, Illy has it again. Lemure, is this going to come to anything? No. Lovely ball into Toure. Toure to whoever. And Peter, just puts that wide of the goalkeeper, but hits the post. 62 on the clock. Lemure to Martin Zindi. Martin Zindi comes forward. Peter. Van der Beek. Van der Beek, a run of Varro. Varro into space in the area. Cuts it back. Oof. And offside, I think. Maybe not. This one through. Varro cuts it back. And ball in. And no. Illy just putting it completely wide. The ensuing goal kick. And Illy heads that down. Lemure. Martin Zindi. Van der Beek. Peter. Van der Beek. Back to Peter. Peter cuts it back to Martin Zindi. Can't find a way through at the minute. Peter. Varro. Varro, can he get this ball into the area? He can. Chips it deep. Oh, goalkeeper makes a save, but offside, I think. No, goal kick. I keep thinking it's offside, but not. Varro crosses this deep. And headed onto the woodwork and over. And with nearly 68 minutes on the clock, making two more changes purely because of tiredness. I think the European effect is having its toll. We have taken off Jaco Okenson in that midfield role. O'Killy comes on to replace him. And the other change we've made is we've taken off Peter, who's not had a good day, out on the right, and replaced him with Emil Hansen. And with 75 minutes on the clock, making our final change, we have a tired Van der Beek, and he's been replaced by Congolo. 76 on the clock. They have a throw in. And, it's through to Winterman. Winterman's back off the woodwork, and he was offside anyway. 77. We have a throw in. Hoover. Lemure. Another goal would be great just to round this off. Hansen to Lemure. Lemure to Martin Zindi. Martin Zindi comes forward, finds Illy. Hansen! He's put it away, and it's 2-0. His first goal of the season. He's come on, and he's scored. 79 minutes on the clock. And it's a 2-0 lead. And hopefully one that we can now hang on to. Oh, goalkeeper should have saved that, but couldn't hold on to it. Question whether he was offside. I don't think he was. It wasn't offside here in the middle. And Romney. But Hansen gets there. And a comprehensive 2-0 win to start the season. Van der Beek from the penalty spot after 43. Emil Hansen getting the definitive goal after 79 minutes and rounding it off. Quite good performances all the way around. Setford in goal. Whoever getting a player of the match, an 8.1, 4 key passes, 1 clear-cut chance created. And, he's not had a bad day. And Ilyas Busmadi hasn't had a bad day either. 3 key passes, 1 clear-cut chance and 1 assist. He's not done too bad. And all in all, it's not been a bad day at the office. 17 shots, 7 on target, 3.09, 64% of the possession. Should have probably had another goal out of that. They had 5 shots, just the 1 on target, 0.62, and 36% of the possession. Let's see how that leaves us in the table. And before we have a look at how that leaves us, round up of the couple of injuries that we've picked up, does mean that we'll be missing a game or two. Stanovic, gashed upper leg, is going to be out for 11 days. to 2 weeks, which is rather annoying. And Drambev had a twisted knee. It's going to be out for 5 to 6 days. So nothing major, but all the same, a couple of players that will be missing possibly for at least one game, if not 2 games. So how does that leave us in the table? It leaves us in 6th place after 1 game. There we are, sat in amongst the 3-pointers with no draws in the opening weekend. And obviously it can all change very, very quickly. Sligo Rovers then is first up in our next episode. We need to make sure that we extend that lead, especially at home. A 3-2 win against them in Ireland, but they came back from we had a 3-goal lead and they came back from that. So don't write them off in any manner, shape or form if we want to get through to the next round. And then it's a game against NEC Nijmegen. Beaten them at the Mandermakers, but never beaten them at their place at the Het Gofferstadion. So let's hope that we can get off to a very good start this season by winning our opening 2 games of the Eredivisie. Fingers crossed for that, and let's hope there's no European hangover. That's what we will be hoping for anyway in that one. Just a curiosity, because never checked it before we started the game. Last time we beat FC Twente at their place. Drew 1-1 last time at the Mandermakers. So that's quite an interesting result. All in all. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you've enjoyed that and you want to see more of the series, then make sure you subscribe. That's the best thing. But before you do that, big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That keeps you up to date with all future episodes of Going Dutch and our other series, bottom to the top, as they are released. And new episodes of Going Dutch is released, or will be released, every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. And the best way of keeping up to date with everything that's happening on the channel, especially with FM25 delayed, is to follow me on X at JustOffsideFM. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It's going to be episode 34. It's out on Thursday. Until then, have yourselves a great week. Bye-bye.